What if I told you that you don't need to write down anything at all when you're revising and you can still come out with perfect grades? No pen, no paper, just you. And this is how you can do it. If you don't know me, my name's Tilly. I got 5 A stars in my A-levels, majority grade 9s at GCSE, and I didn't write anything down whatsoever when I was revising for GCSE ICT, and I got a grade 9. I'm going to introduce you to a beautiful study technique called the Feynman technique. If you've heard of it, don't scroll. I'm going to tell you how you can do it properly. This is the idea that you study by teaching a topic or a concept to somebody else, or just saying it out loud and imagining you're teaching a group of students. How does this work? Because by explaining something from start to finish, by teaching it, this forces you to understand the core fundamentals of that subject. You have to explain the basics to teach another person and then build upon it from there. It's obviously best when you're teaching another person, when you've got someone there to ask you questions, because as you're teaching them, this forces you to teach them in a way that starts from the basics. Because if you don't, like when I was doing GCSE IT and I was explaining like networks to my dad, I started like, this is a LAN, this is a WAN. He'd be like, what? Slow down, what? I was forced to begin with the basics. What is a network? Why do we need a network? How are they used, in computer systems? And naturally, they have questions. So you might say to me, why would a person decide to use this type of network instead of this type? I didn't write any notes at all. I literally just understood the concepts and taught it to my dad, who, by the way, needed to know this stuff anyway. That was really, really helpful because it solidified my understanding and it was a great form of active recall. Active recall will single-handedly help you get those top rates. In addition, when you teach somebody else something, they'll come back to you in like a few days and ask questions. My dad wanted to know about networks, literally just for work, for home. So he would come back to me in like 3 days and be like, what was that LAN thing again you were on about? And you are naturally revising, you're explaining it in an informal setting. And I genuinely believe this is one of the best ways to revise. If you haven't saved this video yet, what are you doing? Be sure to comment to stay on studies and follow for more daily study tips.